And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game. First for the Hornets of the University of Lynchburg. Number 1, Kanyama Zizi. Number 2, Danielle Kuhn. Number 4, Sarah Prince. Number 7, Ali Freeman. Number 9, Mallory Lamb. Number 11, Maddie Schuchter. Number 13, Aurora Balsamo. Number 16, Olivia Muir. Number 21, Anna Dorstein. Number 27, Megan Stifler. And in goal for the Hornets, number 95, Shai Scoons. Assistant coaches for the Hornets are Maggie Fees, Lauren Zimmerman, and the head coach is Coach Jenny Relaford. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hornets of the University of Lynchburg. And now for the props of Rowan University. Number 1, Lily Badaloni. Number 3, Sophia Weissler. Number 7, Grace C. Merrick. Number 10, Alexa Ronning. Number 11, Mia Foti. Number 21, Sydney Kowalczyk. Number 23, Tess Herman. Number 28, Aurelia McManus. Number 29, Taylor Prendergast. Number 35, Casey Abbott. And in goal for the props, number 77, Ella Morton. Assistant coaches for the props, the strength coaches Garnell Peters, assistants are Brooke Benson, Danielle Ottersitz, Aaron Small, Christina Castagnola, and the head coach is Coach Michelle Andre. Ladies and gentlemen, the props of Rowan University. Our officials for today are Lisa McCleary and Christine Egan. And now I'd ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats as we play our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Rowan Athletics is proud to welcome Wawa as a corporate partner. At Wawa, we have you covered with delivery, curbside, order ahead options in the Wawa app. Download the Wawa app today.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Props Field Hockey on Rowan Athletics. My name is Leo West, and I'll be your play-by-play broadcaster for this game. It's the number 20th ranked Profs against the number 20th ranked Lynchburg Hornets. And yes, these teams are both tied for number 20 in the country. And it definitely should be a good game as well because these teams have a long and storied history together. But the Profs do hold the all-time advantage in the series at 11 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie against Lynchburg. But Lynchburg, as of recently, has had the upper hand in this matchup. They've won their last 3 games against Rowan, including a game last year where the Profs lost 4-3, but that was at Lynchburg because for the Profs, they are a perfect 7 and 6-0 against Lynchburg at home. So this has been a fortress against the Hornets, but only time will tell how well this team does against the Hornets today, because the Profs, they are red hot, winning their last 3 games in pretty emphatic fashion, might I add, winning 2-1 against Washington College, 7-0 on senior day against Arcadia, and then 5-1 against Messiah. And in those games, it's been 14 goals scored for the Profs, just 2 conceded, and they desperately needed that run of form, because if we take it back all the way to September 7th, the Profs lost to number 5 Johns Hopkins, and then lost to number 25 Stevens, and then went 3-2 in the next 5 in that 5-game stretch, following 2 wins at Muhlenberg and Catholic, and a loss to Haverford. But since that stretch, the Profs have definitely rebounded and have looked like the team we all knew they ought to be, because these wins have reminded us that this team is favorites for the NJAC for a reason. But I think this team has bigger sights on just the NJAC. Making a deep run into the national championship for the Division III level is the goal for this team, and I'm sure that's what the expectation is for Michelle Andre right now, as we are just moments away from the first slap of the stick right here at Richard Wacker Stadium. It's a beautiful day out here on the campus of Rowan University in Glassboro, New Jersey. Profs will get the ball first. That is number 1, Lily Badaloni, in the center circle right on the Prof logo. And we are underway as she slaps it all the way forward down towards the 15-yard line. And we got ourselves a game. Trying to build out from the back, the Hornets are. Impressive stuff right there, but it's going to be a foul called on the captain, Tess Herman, as the Hornets look to push forward, but it is regathered by Alexa Ronning. And it's going to be a whistle, and it's going to stay with the Profs. Now moving from left to right, taking it down the right wing, all the way down the 30-yard line, wayward pass. That was a double team. It's forced to pass, and it is going to be in the favor of the Profs. Not a penalty corner, but it is going to be a free ball right here, as a little bit of dribbling on the outside of the semicircle. Trying to get through 3 Lynchburg defenders. She almost does, and it's going to be Lynchburg ball. That right there was number 3, Sophia Wiesler, on that play right there. She's appeared in 10 games, started in 6, and this is her 7th start on the season. Some pressure right there from number 11, Mia Foti, the spearhead of this Profs attack, but Alexa Ronning trying to win that ball back right there, as there's Foti again. Intense pressure from these Profs right now. There's no let-up. There seems to be a energy with this Profs team right now, an energy that, I haven't seen in a while. Slapped out of bounds right there. Lynchburg will continue to move the ball forward. Now scooped high up in the air. That's going to fall all the way back to Casey Abbott, as she's going to make the pass going from left to right to Wiesler again. Profs ball. Wiesler still got it. She's going to make that pass forward. Trying to work it inside. Intercepted. Now with Lynchburg, can this be their first spell of positive possession? It's going to end up back with Abbott. But no, she loses it. Abbott through on goal, fires. That's going to go wayward, and it is going to be Rowan ball. So the first shot of the game goes on the outside of the right post, and the Profs escape unscathed. So Abbott's going to play it forward. Now it's going to be back with Lynchburg. Lynchburg trying to get some sustained possession right here, as it's been all Profs so far, but that pass was intercepted by guess who? Captain Tess Herman. She's going to play it forward. That's going to be Badaloni. Badaloni slaps it forward. She's got nobody home, but again, a progressive pass. That's what you like to see if you're the Profs. It's really interesting how Rowan uses those double teams, tries to trap the Hornets down by the sideline, and it's working well so far, but Lynchburg's going to retain possession right here. Profs ball. It's going to go all the way back to number 7, Gracie Merrick. Still with Merrick. That's going to be whistled as a foul, so Merrick will have a chance to make a free play here. She's going to do a little bit of dribbling, enter the semicircle on this right side, and it's going to be the first corner for the Props. So the first real goal-scoring opportunity for Rowan right here is going to come early in the first period, as we are barely even 11 minutes into the game so far. Coach Michelle Andre barking orders to her players, wearing the Stronger Together t-shirt. Tess Turman's going to be the inserter. The insert. Slap. It's going to go all the way back towards Badaloni, but it's going to go wayward, and Props' first opportunity on a corner is not going to work out for them, and it is going to be Lynchburg ball. Now look at the Hornets rush forward. It's 3-on-3. That pass was mishit, but it's still going to be collected. Through ball. On to number 2. Looking for a pass forward. She's got somebody. Slaps it in there. Recovered. Through the face of goal. Goal line scramble. And it's slapped away. Excellent defense from the Props right there on that play. That was number 28. Ariella McManus. Excellent play. Props ball, but again, you're seeing that overload on the right or left sidelines of the field. These Props are not letting the Hornets have any time on these sidelines as they're trying to get the overload in the areas where they can. Good interception right there from Fody. Excuse me, that was Alexa Ronig, number 10. Fody, number 11, is just checked out of the game. Slapped forward. Picked up by Elwell. It's going to be Props ball. Now at Merrick. That pass is going to be stopped. Still Props ball. Merrick puts it forward towards Elwell. Elwell is able to get it just forward enough. And it's going to be a penalty corner. Nice job by the Props being able to win that one, as we are going to have our second insert of the day. It's going to come on this left side, and it will be the captain again, Tess Herman. And Michelle Andre has talked about the importance of set pieces before in my interviews with her for our college newspaper, The Wit. She's talked about how they haven't been able to execute on that, but something that I think has changed or will change because of the Props' recent winning streak. Now here comes the insert. Herman towards Ronning. Dribbled. Trapped. Still Props ball. Now it's going to be given towards Lynchburg. Referee acknowledges her mistake as she originally pointed towards the Props side, but it's going to stay with Lynchburg. So the Hornets survive another Rowan pressure. Triple team. Now Mzizi. Back with Mzizi again. Slap forward, but again, it's just not going to be able enough, but it's whistled Lynchburg ball. And you can see how intense this pressure is from the Props here. It's just really impressive because, you know, in games against John Hopkins and Stevens, they allowed pressure and they allowed the teams to get an advantage on them. But here comes the shot. It's going to be blocked. Nicely done by McManus as that ball is going to go out of bounds. But the defense has looked ever sharp, even without Mariah Giuliano in net, which is one of the big stories in this game. Ella Morton is returning to the lineup. Props ball. And for Morton, this is just her second game played, her first start on the season. She has not allowed a goal yet. Knock on wood, it stays that way. But so far, so good from the goalkeeper. Lynchburg having a very nice spell of possession so far after the missed shot from number 2, Danielle Kuhn. And that ball is going to trickle out of bounds. Props ball. So Props survive, which you could call a scare. I think the Profs will beg to differ as they seem to have had that under control. It's going to be McManus laying that one off. Slapped forward. That's going to get all the way towards the Lynchburg defense. But look at this Rowan pressure crashing. That's Tess Herman. And that's Olivia Griffin there as well. Some very, very nice pressures. Tapping it out is Gracie Merrick again. Probably have mentioned her name the most here. Slapped forward by McManus. Picked up by the Hornets. Gets by McManus, but that ball is going to travel out of bounds as the attacker for Lynchburg was unable to make the play. I believe all the way over there, that was Grace Peterson, who was just checked into the game, trying to make her presence felt. Profs ball. Lynchburg does have the highest ranked win between both of these teams. They were able to defeat York, Pennsylvania on September 27th, but Rowan's got numbers. Ronning, dribbling towards the inside, slaps the turf before she slaps the ball, unable to move it forward. Now it's going to be with Mzizi. Passed forward towards number 7, Freeman, but it's going to be remain Profs ball. Ronning on it again. That pass not able to meet its target, but look at the pressure. An ever constant factor in this one. Profs in their white uniforms today. Typically we see them in the yellow tank tops, brown skirts, but it's white tank tops, brown skirts today, and the Lynchburg Hornets are in all black. Good play by Aurora Balsamo. She's on this right side, puts a cross in. It's going to find a Lynchburg body, but it's going to be real Profs ball. 5:20 remaining in this first period. Score still 0-0. Ball with Alexa Ronning. She's double teamed by 2 Hornets. Still going to be Profs ball. Slapped forward by Ronning. It's going to get past the defense. It's number 5, Elwell, on the pressure right there, spearheading this attack, but Lynchburg's able to get away from the immediate Rowan pressure. That pass is going to find its way all the way towards the Lynchburg attacker. Taking it down this left side. Tries to cut inside, but the Profs are there. But it's going to be the first penalty corner for the Lynchburg Hornets. Their first real chance at scoring a goal here. We've had a couple of shots from the Hornets, Ella Morton has been forced to make a save today. 3 shots from the Hornets, 0 for the Profs. The insert. It's going to fall. Picked up by the Profs. Still scramble inside the circle. Mzizi slaps it off the post. It's going to end up in the back of the net. Lynchburg strikes first as they score following the penalty corner. The insert was from Allie Freeman, and after some bouncing around, it ends up in the back of the Profs net. Not the start you wanted if you're Michelle Andre, but we've seen this before. You know, the Profs have never bowed out of a fight before, even when they have been scored on first. So now it's 1-0 Hornets lead your Profs.
Scored by number 34,
Fenna de Byman, one of the substitutes for this Hornets team, ends up with the goal. No assist on that one. Now the Profs look to respond. Although I will say, even though Lynchburg has scored, the Profs look very lively. Playing with a lot of energy, a lot of ferocity. So need to get back in this one play at a time. Zizi's on it. That pass blocked away by Abbott. Now with Allie Freeman, she's going to try to hit it forward, and it's going to be Profs ball. Abbott's going to play it all the way out towards the sideline to Sophia Wiesler. And that ball is going to be out of bounds. That ball raised way up in the air. It's going to end up with the Profs on about the 39-yard line. And that ball lift up towards Griffin. But it's going to end up with Lynchburg. Wayward pass almost ends up on the stick of Kaylee Wenzel. Look at the pressure from Wenzel. But Mzizi is going to carry it through midfield. She's been one of the better players for Lynchburg in this game. She had the initial shot that caused the rebound and score, but she's going to play a very nice pass all the way up towards Schuchter, excuse me. Excellent dribbling right there from Goldsbridge. Now it's played all the way up towards Wenzel. Wenzel crossing into the center circle. She's got bodies on her. Moving, maneuvering around. She shoots. What a save. Excellent save right there from Shai Schoons. The first time we've called her name, but it was the pressure from Kaylee Wenzel who made things happen. And that's going to be ball for the Hornets, but the Profs, an excellent attack. It's not the starters, it's the substitutes making things happen. Rowan fans trying to cheer on their Profs. Excellent work to stop that pass right there from Goldbridge. And it's going to be Profs ball. Now on it is Prendergast. That ball's going to go all the way towards Goldsbridge again. This left side has been featured heavily on this Profs attack. Goldsbridge puts it into the middle. And it's going to be Lynchburg ball. Very good cross right there from Abby Goblerish. Number 4 for the Profs. It's been on for about 2 minutes in this one. She wins it back. It's going to try and play it towards Wenzel. It's going to make it to Griffin. Griffin's on the ball. It's going to be a penalty corner for the Profs. So nicely done. And I beg your pardon, it's Abby Goblersh, not Goldbridge, Goblersh. Number 4 has been making things happen. Tess Herman's going to be on the insert. Dumps some water on the spot where she puts the ball down. The Profs looking to respond. The insert. Shot, fire, saved again by Schoons. Big number 95, Shai Schoons, has been making some excellent plays for the Hornets, but it's going to start with Tess Herman on about the 25-yard line. Dribbling around, trying to find a way through this Lynchburg defense. She wins it back, slaps it forward, but it's going to make it to Mzizi on the Lynchburg side. It's going to be a foul called. I believe that is a blue card. It's going to be number 4 on Lynchburg. Sarprins is going to be in the sin bin, if you will. So the Profs, with a player advantage, tries to slap it in. So it's Profs ball. Herman recollects, takes it inside the semicircle, driving, maneuvering, penalty corner. 4 corners in this game for the Profs. Still have not been able to make the breakthrough, but you got a sense that it's coming soon. They've had numbers. They've had pressure. Do they have the ability to score? I would like to think they do have the chance to do so. 18 seconds remaining in this first quarter. The insert. Make it towards Griffin. Slapped across for Prendergast, or McManus, excuse me. She shoots, blocked, sent out, another penalty corner. 8.1 seconds remaining. The 5th corner of the game for the Profs. Momentum is building. Pressure is building. The Hornets up against it right now. Whistle blows. Insert from Herman. Shot above the goal. And that will do it for the first quarter. We're going to send it to a break. We'll be back in just a quick moment.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
In one word, if I had to describe Trifecta Therapeutics, if I had to describe Trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of Trifecta Therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community. I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, doing whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process. We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care. This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor, physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun. Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete. My clients are also they're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something. They're focused and they're dedicated. That's a perfect combination. If you really want to be challenged and get to your goals faster, that's what I would say come here.
Welcome back to this broadcast of Rowan Field Hockey on Rowan Athletics YouTube. My name is Leo West, and if you are just joining us, the first corner just ended. We are heading towards the second here at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium in beautiful Glassboro, New Jersey. The Profs are down 1-0 against the Lynchburg Hornets from Lynchburg, Virginia. And an interesting fun fact about this matchup is that both teams are tied for 20th in the National Coaches Poll. So it's a very big matchup for both sides indeed. Lynchburg just 1-2 against ranked opponents. Rowan, on the other hand, has had the more difficult schedule. They are 2-2 against ranked opponents in this one. Profs had a lot of pressure in that first quarter. Really coming towards the end, they had a succession of penalty corners that they were unable to cash in on. But you got to think with them starting with the ball here, things have to happen for Michelle Andre's side. Profs 7-3 on the season. Hornets 7-2 on the season. So this is a very evenly ranked matchup. Lynchburg still has a player in the sin bin. It's going to be Mallory Lamb. She's gotten a green card. Profs ball. They're going to try to push as many players forward as can be Tess Herman. Picking it up from the 40-yard line. She's going to spray that out towards the right side. Excellent dribbling here into the semicircle. Penalty corner for the Profs. So, an early pressure from the Profs leads to another opportunity to get things going here. Profs have had 5, make it 6 corners in this one. Lynchburg does have more shots, 5 to Rowan's 3, 4 shots on goal to Rowan's 2. But the Profs have looked like the better team. That goal really came against the run of play, as we've only seen corners from the left side of the field. Herman on the insert. Slaps it in. Is going to make it to Bataloni. Now played all the way back out to Ronning. Ronning's pass is intercepted by Mzizi. And it's going to make it all the way towards Balsamo. Balsamo loses it. That's going to be McManus. McManus' pass brought in by Bataloni. But it's going to be Lynchburg ball. I beg your pardon. That was actually Taylor Prendergast, not Oriella McManus. Back with the Profs. Intense pressure early on. Fired towards goal. That's Mia Foti in the middle. She's tripped, but it's going to be Lynchburg ball. So it's nice to see this positive spell of possession coming straight out of the gates for the Profs. It's definitely what you want to see of Michelle Andre's team, but they need to put shots on net. It's going to be whistled for Lynchburg ball. Mzizi swings that one back. She's going to pass it back towards her defender. Pressure leads to that pass going out of bounds. It's Prof's ball. Ronning tries to get it forward towards Foti. That's Balsamo again. Balsamo to Mzizi. Now over to Kuhn. Danielle Kuhn makes a good move. That ball's going to be pushed forward again. It's a 2-0. Will Lynchburg score? Big moment for Moore, and she puts it through, and it's in. Goal for the Hornets. Their lead expands to 2. And another goal against the run of play has got the Profs down in this one. It's going to be Anna Dorstein, number 21, bagging her first goal of the game. Profs didn't have anybody back for a 2-0, and Dorstein, maybe playing a little bit selfish, is able to score that one as it ends up back with Lynchburg on the restart. Schuchter now with Prinz. Prinz is going to play it back. Slap forward. Prof's ball, though. It's unfortunate how the Profs have ended up down 2-0 after such a positive way to end the first period and a positive way to start the second. But it's all about rebounding from here. Gracie Merrick down this right side. Her pass is blocked. It's going to be Prof's ball. Merrick is going to bring it back for the free possession. Gets into the semicircle. It's going to be Prof's ball as she's whistled for the foul. Or excuse me, Hornets ball as Merrick has whistled for the foul. Now with Mzizi. Trying to play it to Balsamo. She gets the pass off. In front of Balsamo is Freeman. Freeman trying to make a move, get past his Prof's defense. Free possession for the Hornets. Still with Freeman. Excuse me, now that's Danielle Kuhn. Dribbled in towards the semicircle. Slapped, fired, and that's in the back of the net, but it is going to be Prof's ball. So Rowan is fortunate to escape that one right there, as that could have been another disaster for the Profs without their star senior goalkeeper, Mariah Giuliano. Taylor Prendergast. Now it's with Abbott. Lifts it forward towards Ronning. Prof's ball. Michelle Andre visibly upset at that one. Excuse me, Hornets ball. It's going to be slapped forward towards Kuhn. That wayward pass for the Profs isn't going to land, but it's going to end up back with the Profs, except Prendergast plays out of bounds. So Balsamo is going to bring it in. Slaps Prendergast's stick. Ronning trying to bring it in, but here's Balsamo down this right side. Slaps it in. Excellent cross, but broken up by the Profs. Nicely done right there from Sophia Wiesler. But it's going to end up being Lynchburg ball. Mzizi plays it to Prinz. Prinz's pass or shot is out of bounds, so it's going to be the Profs ball. Now Lynchburg has had a couple attacks on this Profs goal, and Profs do look a little vulnerable, but the best way to defend is to attack. Just put the ball in their end of the field where they can't touch it or they can't score. But Herman loses that one. Badaloni tries to intercept it right there, unable to come up with it. Little poke from Badaloni. It's Prof's ball. Badaloni. Foti to her side. Foti unable to grab that pass. 3 Profs gathered the Hornets player right there. Profs showing some resistance, not trying to let anything through. It's Hornets ball. Shell Andre, again, she's showing her frustration, and for good reason, too. Zizi's pass is unable to reach her intended target. Number 26, Mitchell. But it's a pass forward. Here's Wenzel. Tries to bring it around the goalie. Goalie dives. Covers up the ball. It's an open net. Will the Profs score? Bounced off, and it's going to be ruled in favor of the Hornets. Kaylee Wenzel had an opportunity to score with Schoons on the ground. Unable to get a pass across, and the score stays at 2-0. That was a big opportunity for the Profs to score, but they look to try again. Gracie Merrick down the right side. Her pass is intercepted by Mzizi. Merrick showing no quit on that play. She ends up with a foul, but plays through the whistle. It's going to be Lynchburg ball again as they continue to advance with the whistle. That was the best spell of play from Michelle Andre's side, being able to work a breakaway. Props ball. That was Tullio making the big interception right there. Now back with Tullio. Racing down this right side. She's past one, past two defenders, taking it towards the end zone. Unable to get the pass in. Pressure by Wenzel. Wenzel wins it back. Penalty corner, Profs. Kaylee Wenzel has been an absolute spark of offense for this Profs team. She's done an excellent job of working the ball in on the right side or the left side and had an opportunity to score. But now, will the Profs be able to claw back in it from the set piece off of Tess Herman's stick? Number 14, Tolls Alliance surrounds the box. Got Griffin, Ronning, Wenzel all around the semicircle, waiting to pounce. The insert towards Ronning. She fires, bounce around, it's in the back of the net. Profs score. Ronning's shot face to tip, and the Profs are on the board. They have halved the deficit. 2-1. Lynchburg still leads, but the Profs have a lifeline, and they score off the 7th penalty corner of the Profs. And now the Profs have some excellent positive momentum going into the last half of this period. 7:40 currently on the clock right now as Lynchburg is going to just slap it forward and give away possession, but makes way for pressure. And it was Olivia Griffin on the goal right there. She was able to tap it in off Alexa Ronning's shot. She just got the official word from the scorer. Ronning again trying to make a positive play, playing it towards a Rowan attacker. Pushed off the ball. Tess Herman intercepts. Now with Ronning, she slaps it forward off Mzizi's stick. Ronning still on the pressure. She pressures Humphreys. Humphreys gets it forward to Mzizi. Mzizi dribbling forward. She's trying to get past Toll. Lynchburg ball. Mzizi down this right side, now guarded by Ronning. Looking for an entry into the semicircle. Tries to make a move. She gets past. Crosses it into the middle. And it's going to go out of bounds. Profs remain unscathed on that Lynchburg attack. They seemingly had that one under control, even though the ball was a mere inches away from going into the back of the net. But Rowan gets a restart here. That's Abbott. She's going to play it back towards McManus. McManus now all the way to this right side. That's Tullio. Tullio is able to get it forward towards number 21, Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk loses it to Mzizi. Mzizi has really been the heartbeat of this Lynchburg team, but a step by Abbott, unable to come up with it. Now on this right side, it was Christenbury, Hannah Christenbury. Props ball. Nicely done by Toll, being able to work out of that one. Pressured by both Humphreys and Christenbury. Abbott lifts it up towards Griffin. That's going to be slapped down by number 27, Stifler. You almost can call her a stifler, the way she intercepted that pass. Her pass goes wayward, though. It's going to end up on the stick of Abbott. Abbott is able to push it forward towards Ronning. And it's going to be Hornets ball. Now down towards the 16-yard line. But on the free possession, it's going to be Stifler again on this right side for the Hornets. Now at the 24. Stifler, guarded by Ronning, tries to put it across. Gets it in there. That's Christenbury, guarded by Abbott. Abbott's able to escape, but it's a penalty corner. The second of the game for the Lynchburg Hornets. .5:01 remaining in the period and in the first half. On the insert for Lynchburg is going to be number 7, Allie Freeman, who's been on the field for all 25 minutes of this half. Here comes the insert. Now Mzizi tries to pass it in. Does she have a attacker? No, she does not. Props ball. So the Profs do well to evade off that corner. Their corner defense looked much better on that attempt as the first go-around, where the Hornets were able to get their first goal. Toll on this right side. Pass off Ronning sick. That's going to go out of bounds. Now with Humphreys on this right side. Pass towards the middle. That's Allie Freeman carrying it forward into the semicircle. Does she have a shot? Tries to play it towards goal. Props ball. Despite conceding 2 goals, Ella Morton has looked very good. She's made 2 saves, let 2 in, but those 2 saves have been very crucial for the Profs at just keeping their deficit at 1. Pass forward. It's going to be picked up by Wenzel. Wenzel going down this right side. Will she be able to get past her defender? Being guarded closely. Profs ball, free possession. Now with Gracie Merrick at the 9. Merrick looking for an entry in. Tries to make a defender miss, but it's going to be Lynchburg ball, as that was a foul whistled dead by the referee. So the Hornets, I'm assuming they would just be happy to run this clock out as Balsamo checks back in. Now it's going to end up with Goblersch. Bringing it in towards the semicircle. Penalty corner, Profs. And now when I say the Profs have looked like the better team, even though they're down 1 goal, this is what I mean. The penalty corner difference is 8-2 in favor of the Profs, and they were able to score their first goal, their only goal, off 1. But Tess Herman will not be the inserter on this one. It's going to be Abby Goblersch. Profs intently waiting for the insert. Whistle blows. Goblersch puts it in towards the semicircle. That's going to be Tess Herman. Bringing it down this right side with pace. Fires it in. Shot. It's in the back of the net. Profs score. Number 21, Sydney Kowalczyk. And the Profs have now evened it up 2-2 with 3:07 remaining in the first half. So the Profs able to capitalize on their opportunities and make best use of the set pieces. And they get a very well-deserved round of applause from the Coach Richard Wacker Stadium faithful. So now Lynchburg have led up 2 unanswered, and the Profs seem to have all the momentum as we inch closer to 30 minutes played in this one. Excellent work from the Profs right there on the special teams. That goal scored by Kowalczyk, but Tess Herman, she really made things happen with her assist on that one. Trying to play down this right side. That pass from Stifler goes wayward. Balsamo thought it was going Lynchburg's way, but Toll is going to play it in for the Profs. Excellent interception from Mzizi. Now over towards number 7, Allie Freeman. Passes it back, but pressure from Foti. Pressure from number 5, Elwell. And it's going to end up with Props ball. That's Gracie Merrick. She finds the pass forward towards Elwell. She's unguarded going down the right side, now at the 10-yard line. Inside the semicircle. Dive by Shy Scoons. It's going to be bounced away at the goal line. Still a scramble, but it's going to be going the way of the Hornets. Kylie Elwell really made things happen for the Profs, but no goal as it stays knotted up at 2. That pass goes off the leg of a Prof defender. It's going to end up back with Mzizi. That pass off the foot of Toll. Now it's going to make it all the way towards Freeman. Excuse me, that's Kuhn. Kuhn dribbling down this right side. She's inside the 10, puts it across. Props ball. So the re-entry is going to be from Prendergast. Plays it to Toll. Toll slaps it forward, nobody's home. Now Balsamo for Lynchburg. Slaps it off the stick of Prendergast. Now it's brought in by number 4, Prinz. Prinz takes a shot. It's going to be Props ball. Excuse me, it's going to be a penalty corner. I beg your pardon. So now with time winding down, just 59.3 left on the clock in this second half, Lynchburg has a chance to take the lead. The chant from the Lynchburg traveling fans is "Let's go Berg." And to the untrained ear, it almost sounds like "Let's go Birds." So we are near Philadelphia. The insert. Make it towards Balsamo. She passes it to Mzizi. Mzizi fires across the face of goal. Nobody's home. Mzizi again. Gets past her defender. Fires. What a save! Take a bow, Ella Morton. She stands on her head as the Profs evade another attack from the Hornets. Now here comes the Profs. Free possession. That's a foul. Nice play by Kylie Elwell. Now it's going to be picked up at midfield. Playing it is Gracie Merrick. She's going to find Weisler. Weisler loses it. Merrick on the pressure, trying to prevent any advance from the Hornets. Here comes Herman, trying to close things down, unable to retrieve the ball back. Now there's a pass. Shot. Off Prendergast's stick. And that's going to end up in the back of the net. Sar Prinz scores with the final shot of the period. And it's going to be 3-2 Lynchburg lead over the Profs heading into the break. But the Profs find themselves down only 1 here as they score 2 in the second period. We're going to take a short break for halftime. You're listening to Rowan Athletics YouTube.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And one word, if I had to describe trifecta therapeutics, if I had to describe trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of trifecta therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community. I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, doing whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process. We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care. This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor of physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun. Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete. My clients are also there. They're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something. They're focused and they're dedicated. That's perfect combination. If you really want to be challenged and get to your goals faster, that's what I would say come here.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Passion's love. Passion is love for what you do. Because I think when you face challenges, it comes down to how much you want it and how much you love it. Passion is what keeps you going forward. Seeing so many people that were like-minded and so hardworking in their sport and academics, being surrounded by like-minded people makes you want to be more passionate. I think it pushes you to a different level that maybe you didn't think you had, and you can do the best of both worlds and love all of it.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30, touchdown. Michaela Burgess.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Proportion to me is the lived experience of our Division III student athletes. They balance life from an academic perspective and the rigors of competing at a high level, bonding with teammates and building lifelong friendships. But they also are involved in their communities. They work jobs and internships and volunteer. They've learned to be resilient. Diverse experiences are setting them up for the future.
At Rowan University, we are forever forward, driving innovation, inspiring tomorrow's leaders and problem solvers, ensuring access to an education that's designed for an ever-changing world. We're improving life through groundbreaking research, advancing healthcare, business, science, technology, and more. Rowan University, leading forever forward for 100 years.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
On September 4th, 1923, the first students in Rowan University's first century stepped into their own future and began to establish a legacy that would grow exponentially beyond their noble calling as teachers, beyond anything the founders could imagine, with each generation striving as learners, as pioneers and leaders, as artists and communicators, as colleagues and competitors, as friends who became family, as professors invested in potential, as students who came to college to better themselves and create a better future for others. From the beginning, more than time marched forward, the institution and its environs evolved. Dreamers asked, what if? Explorers asked, where next? Leaders asked, why not? And each time, thinkers and doers found a way together, beyond the horizon, beyond expectations, beyond what anyone could have done alone. At the start of our second century, excellence is still our standard. Service is still our mission, to teach and inspire, to heal and help. Rowan University proudly celebrates 100 years, honoring all who made it possible to become who we are today, and the promise of all we aspire to in our second century.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics, helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
I had numerous family members who've been taken away from heart disease and stroke. That drove me to pursue knowledge about health and well-being. Playing college football gave me an opportunity to get myself into college.
Goes to Parks, he's in the end zone!
That's when I decided that I want to go into personal trainer. I felt I would have a great opportunity to share my knowledge about well-being within Detroit. I hope to reach as many people as I can.
At Rowan University, our momentum is unstoppable, pushing forward, pushing boundaries, and blazing our own path. We don't wait for the future, we make it, preparing new leaders to face the challenges of tomorrow, creating innovative pathways to earn a degree on your terms, attracting a community of unique students who are ready to make their mark on the world. So make your mark and be unstoppable at Rowan University.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Welcome back to this presentation of Props Field Hockey here on Rowan Athletics YouTube. And for those of you who are just joining us, my name is Leo West, and the Rowan Props find themselves down in not too big of a hole. They are losing 3-2 against the Lynchburg Hornets from Lynchburg, Virginia. But the Props have looked very good in this game, aside from a few mistakes and pressures from the Lynchburg team that have left the Props in a deficit. But they have the chance to go ahead and win this game and avoid losing for a third straight time to the Hornets from Lynchburg. And, you know, in this matchup, the Props do lead all time. 11-4-1 is the Props record against the Hornets. But they have lost their last three, dating back to 2018. And last game they played was a 3-4 defeat, or 4-3 defeat, excuse me, in Lynchburg, with the Props undefeated at home against the Hornets as we get things started here in the second half of Props Field Hockey action. Now, instead of going from left to right, the Hornets go from right to left. Bringing it into the box. Shot. Oh, what a save by Morton. Nicely done by Ella Morton. The Hornets look very lively to get things started. But there's Lily Badaloni to get things started. It's going to be a foul. Now Aurelia McManus is going to pass it towards Gracie Merrick. Still Prof's ball. McManus lifts this one forward towards Mia Foti. It's going to be batted down. Babylonian Merrick in on the pressure right there. On the sideline is Schuchter. Now Mzizi makes the interception, and it's going to be Lynchburg Hornets ball. Number 26, Mitchell, is going to take the inbound. She's going to do it again right here. In front of her is number 4, Sarah Prinz, who scored a goal to give the Hornets the lead as time expired. A nice lead done right there from Kowalczyk. Badaloni down this right side. 20, 10, cuts inside. Fires it across the face of goal. That's batted down. Penalty corner Profs. So after a goal line scramble to get things started here in the second half, the Profs were able to respond and hopefully able to capitalize on another opportunity from this penalty corner. The Profs make this their 9th of the game. As we've seen Tess Herman do the insert. We've also seen Abby Goblersch on the insert as well. Put into the box. Ronning to Herman. Herman brings it in, makes a move, passes it, dribbled around, now slapped away by Schoons. Here come the Hornets. Now it's number 11, Schuchter. She gets past out Abbott. What a play by Abbott right there to win it back from Schuchter, who had plenty of green space in front of her. Gracie Merrick down towards Badaloni. Loses it for a second. It's played off the leg of her, so it's going to be Hornets ball. So that scramble inside the semicircle for the Profs is ruled a shot by Tess Herman, a save by Shai Schoons. Kowalczyk plays it, which seemingly was off the face of Mzizi. He's going to play that ball forward for Balsamo. Foul on the Profs. Balsamo slaps it forward right to the stick of Tess Herman. The number 21 for Lynchburg. Anna Dorstein, who opened up the scoring, goes right through the back of Tess Herman right there, so that's going to be a foul. No card. Showing both teams you can play with some physicality, but Badaloni makes a good move. She slaps it forward towards Foti. Foti, the spearhead of this attack, unable to get it forward, still Profs ball. Puts it in all the way across the face of goal. Slapped down by Kowalczyk. Slapped down by Schoons. Still Profs ball. This is a very good spell from Rowan. And now it's Lynchburg ball. So a foul was called on the Profs right there, as it looked like they had another crack at the whip, but they weren't able to get it done. That one slapped all the way down towards the end of the field. Tracking on to the end of it is Schuchter. She's defended by McManus. Nicely done by McManus, stopping Schuchter in her tracks. Schuchter. Now on to Dorstein. Dorstein brings it forward, slaps it across. Broken up by Herman. Profs ball. So good defensive resistance from the Profs right here. We've seen some really great stuff from McManus, halting the attacks, and then Tess Herman putting herself in front of the ball. She's showing her versatility and her stamina. Balsamo slaps it in. That one's intercepted by Abbott. Abbott plays it forward towards Ronning. Profs ball. Ronning's going to leave it for Kowalczyk. Excuse me. That was Ronning. Playing down this right side for the Profs. That's number 3, Sophia Wiesler. Wiesler making some moves. Slaps it forward. That's off the stick of a Hornet. That was number 26, Mitchell. Merrick in towards Herman. Herman brings it to the box. Penalty corner, Profs. You got to think that that breakthrough to tie this game up again is coming. It's going to be Gracie Merrick on the insert for the Profs. And it's unfortunate that the Profs do find themselves down in this game. As I keep saying, they have looked like the better team. Sprays some water on the ball for the penalty corner. Waiting on the whistle. The insert. Fired in by Merrick. Going to go towards Tess Herman. Brings to the semicircle. Shot from Herman. That's going to go right past the left post. A very, very good shot from Herman. Unable to place it into the back of the net. But, again, positives have to be taken away from that offensive spell for the Profs. Now Lynchburg will be able to restart. It's Mitchell. She's going to try to get it forward towards DeBeeman, who has also scored in this game, scoring the second goal for the Lynchburg Hornets. A whiff by Mitchell. Brought in by the Profs. That was Wiesler trying to get it towards Merrick, but it's off the stick of Mitchell. Now, an interesting part about this game is both teams have played a lot of similar opponents, as the Profs played Ursinus for their season opener and were able to win that game when they were ranked 18th. But look at this from Wenzel. Kaylee Wenzel trying to fit it in. But it's going to go off the leg of a Rowan attacker. It's going to end up in Lynchburg ball. But then Lynchburg, they played Ursinus when Ursinus was ranked 13th in the country, and they lost. So if you want to go, resume for resume, these teams are pretty evenly matched. With Lynchburg having the higher ranked win, but the Profs having more ranked wins. So it does kind of make sense. Now it's a 3-on-1. Excellent breakup. Well done by number 16, Olivia Muir. But now it's picked up by Kowalczyk, who sends it towards the center. That's going to be Profs' ball. As the referee whistles a foul. But Rowan not shying away as they've been able to get in front of passes. They made progressive passes as Kowalczyk picks it up after the foul. Shot from Kowalczyk. Slapped away by Schoons. Tries to get a shot off by Ronning. And it's going to be a foul in favor of the Hornets. Going from right to left. Mitchell's unable to get that pass through. Trying to play it forward is Elwell. Elwell. Now onto Merrick. Merrick puts it in the box for Kowalczyk. But to be whistled Lynchburg ball. After that, where there was some contact, where the goalie Schoon slid right into the back of Kowalczyk. She appears to be okay. As it was after the whistle, there was no foul for that one. Excellent pass right there, trying to stretch the field. The Rowan fans showing their displeasure as they continue to move forward, Lynchburg does. Grace Peterson was on that dribble right there. Mitchell shoots it off the stick of Sophia Wiesler. Den Beeman puts it out of bounds. So, as the old adage goes, ball does not lie. It ends up with the Profs. Lifted in the air. And it's going to be Profs' ball. Or excuse me. Profs fans again voicing their displeasure with that call, as it looked like Elwell was going to have a 1v0 against the Hornets. But that pass is picked up by Herman. Tries to get it forward. Still with Herman. Slaps it forward towards Elwell. Getting on the end of that is going to be Wenzel. Kaylee Wenzel, 1v1. Across the body. A collision. An empty net. She shoots. She scores! Tie game. Profs even it up. That's off the stick of number 5, Kylie Elwell. It was a rash decision by Shai Scoons to come out of the net as she nearly tackled Wenzel. It finds the stick of Kylie Elwell, and we are all tied up here with 5:36 remaining in the third period. So nicely done by the Profs as their sustained pressure pays off, and we got ourselves a brand new ball game. Now you can hear the Profs faithful in full voice here as that ball is going to make it all the way towards Morton. I don't think that was what the Profs had planned, as it's going to be a Lynchburg free possession. Then Beeman puts the pass in, tries to slap forward by Dorstein, but it's going to end up being Profs ball as that was whistled as a foul. 28, McManus plays it towards Profs ball. It's played towards Sophia Wiesler, going back to that play. McManus again. He's going to take the foul from about the 27-yard line. Dribbling forward, tries to find a way through. Good interception by Freeman. Freeman's going to play it all the way towards Prinz. Guarded by Ronning, now guarded by Griffin. Double team. That pass almost picked up by Prendergast, excuse me. But Lynchburg driving down this right side of the field. Profs ball. So it was shaping up to be a decent possession. Excuse me, now it's Lynchburg ball. The direction the referee was pointing seemed to be going in favor of the Profs. But alas, here we are. But the whistle was blown as Tess Herman gets tripped up. Now it's with Freeman. Freeman tries to put one in the box. Now it's going to be Profs ball. So there's the foul right there. As after the whistle was blown, or almost simultaneously as the whistle was blown, Tess Herman got tripped up by a Hornet. But it's going to end up being Profs ball. Now here's Wiesler. Wiesler looking for a way through. She's going to play it off the stick of number 23, Peterson. Now it's with Tullio. Tullio plays it forward. Guarded by Griffin, and Badaloni is the defender. Stifler. Stifler tries to play her way out of trouble. She ends up doing so as it's Lynchburg on the re-entry. Then Beeman. It tries to intercept Tess Herman. But McManus is able to intercept right there. Plays it forward. That's going to make it all the way towards Kowalczyk. A decisive intervention. Now here comes Badaloni. Fires. Saved by Scoons. Still with Badaloni right here. She tries to play it forward, but it's going to go out of bounds. Lynchburg ball. Kowalczyk made a very, very vital interception to try to poke that forward onto the stick of Badaloni. Badaloni takes it inside the semicircle and almost is able to score right there. It's her second shot of the day, her second shot on goal. She's looked very lively, but she hasn't put her name on the score sheet yet. Now here's Toll on the re-entry. Plays it forward towards Badaloni. Badaloni makes a move, cuts on the inside, slaps it forward. But a foul is going to be whistled, and it's going to end up with Hornets ball. So the referee just giving an explanation for the Profs, saying, hey, look, you can't do that. Played towards Lamb. Lamb being pressured by Badaloni, now being pressured again by Gracie Merrick. Slapped all the way down the field. Trying to get on the end of it is the Lynchburg attacker, number 2, Danielle Kuhn. But it's going to be Abbott collecting that one, the sweeper, if you will. Plays it for Toll, but that pass is intercepted by Schuchter. Schuchter brings it in. Excellent stop right there for the Profs defense. That was Prendergast. Prendergast going to play to Merrick. Merrick trying to play her way forward. She's guarded by 2 defenders. Now 3 defenders still with Merrick, and it's going to be whistled for Rowan ball. Nicely done by Gracie Merrick. That pass towards Toll. Toll slaps it forward. That pass is going to be intercepted by Lamb. Lamb's pass is Going to go towards the 10-yard line, but it's going to be picked up by the Profs. Lamb again on this left side of the field. Lynchburg ball. 1 minute remaining here in the third period. Slapped forward by Lamb. Intercepted by McManus. Now with Toll. Toll being guarded closely. Her pass goes wayward. This is Lamb and Toll. It's having a little tea party on this section of the field. Trying to play her way through trouble is Freeman. She gets the whistle. Pass towards Mzizi, almost intercepted by Herman. Now pass towards Balsamo. She's going to try to take it down this right side, but nice defensive work there from Ronning. It's going to be whistled for a foul. Now it's with Mzizi. She's going to take the free possession. Spins around, look towards Balsamo. Mzizi entering into the semicircle. She still got it, puts a shot on net, and it's going to be whistled as a foul. It's going to be Prof's ball, but again, a really big part of this Lynchburg team. Kanyile Mzizi just has the one shot and the one shot on goal, but she's been out there for 45 minutes and has really been the engine of this midfield for the Lynchburg Hornets. But it's still going to be with Lynchburg. That pass going to go into the semicircle, but that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a quick step off here on Rowan Athletics YouTube.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And one word, if I had to describe trifecta therapeutics, if I had to describe trifecta in one word, it would be empower. The purpose of trifecta therapeutics would be to empower the athletic community. I just really like the population of having active individuals and people who really want to get back, doing whatever they could to get back and want to be part of that process. We want them to feel like this is an environment where they belong and where they're going to get the best possible care. This is a professional environment. They're all working with their doctor of physical therapy, but I want them to be comfortable and fun. Not only do we want to rehab you from your injuries, we want to get you to an optimal place as an athlete. My clients are also they're active, they're hungry, they all want to get back to something. They're focused and they're dedicated. That's a perfect combination. You really want to be challenged and get to your goals faster. That's what I would say come here.
Welcome back into this broadcast of Rowan Athletics Field Hockey here on the beautiful campus of Rowan University. If you are just joining us, my name is Leo West, and the Rowan Profs are taking on the Hornets from Lynchburg College from Lynchburg, Virginia. But the Profs have come back twice in this one. First, they evened the game up at 2. Now, they've just recently evened the game up at 3, as it was a goal from Kaylee Elwell to bring the scoring back even here. But this is the start of the fourth and final period here at Coach Richard Racker Stadium as we are underway. Lynchburg Hornets, Rowan Profs. Both teams ranked number 20th in the country. Den Beeman is going to lay it off to Lamb. Lamb is going to have it on the re-entry. Brings it in. Tries to find a pass. She does have a Lynchburg Hornet. Trying to play it forward was number 8, Kristenbury. Now with Den Beeman. Enters the semicircle. And she's going to drag it out of bounds. So locked up by Aurelia McManus. She has been a very, very good defender over the course of the season. She's had an excellent performance today. Even though the score is at 3, she's commanded that defense. She's forced a lot of players to go out of bounds, intercepted a lot of passes, and made a lot of last-ditch efforts. Sophia Wiesler tries to bark towards the referee, says, hey, that wasn't cool. Then Beeman on the re-entry. Guarded closely by Gracie Merrick. Now the intervention from Wiesler. Pass back towards Freeman. Freeman unable to collect it. Now it's with Kaylee Wenzel as she tries to get past Lamb. Going back and forth, still props ball. Coach Michelle Andre is not happy with that one as she's arguing that a Lynchburg player got in the way of Sophia Weisler's free possession following the foul. It is still Rowan ball, though, so Tess Herman's going to collect it at about the 32-yard line. Plays it over to Weisler. Foul. Still props ball at Cannons off the shin guard of Christenberry. Whistle dead. That ball went out of bounds. A wayward pass from Gracie Merrick. Tried to hook up with Sophia Weisler on there. Lamb plays it forward off the stick of Weisler. Now intercepted by Tess Herman. Den Beeman whistled for the foul on Tess Herman. Herman plays a pass forward. Excellent interception from Mzizi. She retains possession after the pressure from Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk all over her, but Mzizi being cool and composed and collected. But now here come the Hornets. On this left side, it's Christenberry. Plays it forward past McManus. Christenberry is intercepted by Abbott, and it's going to be props ball. So nicely done by the defense, and nicely done, having some communication and having a player's back. That was really nicely done by Abbott after McManus was defeated. She said, hey, I got your back, don't worry. That pass is going to go as far as the 47-yard line. Lamb off the stick of Fody. Fody tries to send it forward. Excellent intervention right there from number 16, Olivia Muir. But now it's going to be props ball. So checking out is Merrick. Checking in is 26 Tullio. Lifted up by McManus. To be knocked down by Muir. Now with Mzizi trying to play it through Tullio. Guarded by Fody. She intercepts that pass. Now it's going to be Lynchburg ball. This is a very contentious affair we have here at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium. No team has quite budged yet or nudged ahead forward. Still 3-3. McManus on the out-of-bounds possession. It's going to be knocked down by Stifler. Stifler facing some fierce pressure by Mia Fody. Now it's won back by the props. That was Sydney Kowalczyk. Now it's Sydney Kowalczyk trying to play it forward. But nicely done right there by Lamb making a stop. Prince tries to play it forward, but Tullio's whistled for the foul. So Freeman on to Prince, who was the goal scorer at the end of the half, to give the third goal to Lynchburg. But Lynchburg has not yet scored in this second half. They didn't do it in the third period. They still have yet to do it here. But here come Lynchburg. Nice move by Allie Freeman. Tries to dribble forward, trying to get past Abbott. It's going to be a foul on her. In by Freeman. Slapped away by Herman. No go. Almost redirected in by number 2, Danielle Kuhn, but props survive another scare at the goal line. Checking in is Badaloni. Checking in also is Kylie Elwell, who scored the third goal for the props. Checking out is Mia Fody. Now it appears to be a penalty corner for the Lynchburg Hornets. They've been few and far between as this is only their fourth. Rowan leading in that advantage with 10 penalty corners. Rowan also leading on shots on goal, shots, and assists. But Lynchburg is leading in shots faced and in saves. It's been a really good game by Shea Scoons. Freeman on the insert. Waiting for the whistle. Now here comes the insert. Lightly slapped forward. Played towards Mzizi. Mzizi outside the semicircle. Now she enters. Plays it back. Shot. Dribbled around, and it's going to be props ball. Another great defensive stand here from your Rowan props. So the restart's going to start with Abbott. Tries to play it forward towards Ronning. Ronning does end up with it, but ends up losing it. But it's going to be whistled for a foul on the Hornets. Now with Ronning. Push out of bounds by 27, Stifler. Elwell almost being able to break through, but it's going to end up back in the possession of the Lynchburg Hornets. Again, no team really giving any team ground in this one to maneuver, whether it be pressure by the Profs offense, stopping the defense, stopping the offense for the Profs as well, and vice versa. That pass is going to go towards Kowalczyk, and it's going to be whistled going the other way. Tried to be taken up by Allie Freeman, but it's going to be the sweeper getting us restarted here, Olivia Muir. Zizi said it was a foul. It was a foul. It's going to stay with Lynchburg. Muir pushing up forward with the rest of her team. Finds Prinz down this left side. Prinz tries to play it forward. Almost intercepted by McManus. Now it's with number 23, Peterson. That ball's going to travel out of bounds. Lynchburg ball. Try to slap forward by Lamb. Her pass isn't able to get forward. Prinz puts it out of bounds. She tried to get the ball away from Tullio, but it's going to end up being with the Profs. McManus lifts it forward. That's going to go towards Muir. She slaps it down. Intercepted by number 7, Gracie Merrick. She's guarding Prinz. Prinz plays it back towards Lamb. Lamb's pass goes off the leg of Peterson, so it's going to be the Profs. Lynchburg has really been trying to force it down this left side of the field, the near side, I should say, but to no avail. McManus lifts it forward again. That ball nearly splitting the defense, but well controlled by Muir. Her pass goes a little wayward, almost picked up by Ronning, but she fouls. Her pass to Zizi. Zizi is able to make a nice half turn. Bringing it up for this Lynchburg team. Sends it forward, gets past Abbott, but also gets past her intended target as well. But it's going to be Prof's ball. So I think the Hornets thought it was going to be their ball, but it was off the stick of a Hornet. Bringing it in is Abbott. Abbott shoots it all the way forward down towards number 5, Kylie Elwell. Again, some intense pressure from this Profs attack. Not letting this Lynchburg defense breathe at all. Almost intercepted right there from Gracie Merrick. And she has looked very, very lively in this one. It is Profs ball. Still Profs ball. That was Sophia Wiesler picking it up. She's going to take it all the way back to where the referee points. Wiesler slaps it off the tick of Den Beeman. Tullio trying to win it back for the Profs. Now here comes Freeman. Freeman to Don Beeman. Beeman plays it up. That's number 23, Peterson. Peterson's pass is intercepted. Profs ball. You hear this crowd here at Coach Richard Wacker Stadium trying to manufacture some energy for this Profs team, trying to will them to a win. Same thing with Coach Andre. Coach Andre actually led the team in a talk after the fourth quarter, but the players led the talk after halftime. It was Gracie Merrick and Aurelia McManus being the two vocal leaders in that halftime circle, and whatever they said, it has been paying off as the Profs in this half, just this half alone, lead 1-0, the overall score being 3-3. Good play by Kuhn to intercept and then pass it forward towards Schuchter. Schuchter trying to get past Abbott. She does. Penalty corner. The Profs have done a really good job at defending the penalty corners in the second half. This is going to be the 5th one for the Hornets. For the Profs, their next game is going to be against Stockton at 6 p.m. Tailgate at the Turf. After that, they go to face Ramapo. And then they have another away game against TCNJ, but Stockton opens up NJAC play for them. But back to the game at hand. The insert for the Hornets. Off the stick of Freeman. Plays it towards Kuhn. Kuhn shot saved! What a save right there by Ella Morton. She has looked every bit the part of the number 1 goalie in this game and doing a job that Coach Andre and the starter Mariah Giuliano would be very proud of. That ball now with Lynchburg. Being played in on this near side by Lamb. 2 props on Muir. That one played off the leg of Gracie Merrick, and that pass is going to go all the way out of the back of the end zone and traveling towards Carpenter Street. But McManus does another lifted pass. It's going to be a foul on the props. Pass forward towards Denbeeman. Denbeeman's pass meets Kuhn, but it's going to be a foul on Kuhn. That was Sophia Weasel. Pass from Weasel, unable to meet its intended target. Lamb plays it forward to Freeman. Freeman tries to find a pass, but going through Herman. Herman says, no, that didn't hit my leg. That wasn't a foul. But her protest is noted as it moves on. Now here come the props. Merrick plays it forward. Mia Foti. She's got Wenzel. Unable to play it through. Good defense by the Hornets. Prince trying to get it forward. That's off the leg of Weasel. Or excuse me, Weisler. Beg your pardon. Merrick on Prinz. That one's off the leg. These props players, very hungry. Whenever a whistle blows, they just automatically assume it's theirs, and it's the mentality you have to have if you want to win this game. McManus playing a cross-field pass, going towards Prendergast to the far side, and that one goes out of bounds, unable to be controlled. So Lynchburg will get another crack at it. So the ball is going to stay with Lynchburg as they are saying a Rowan defender stepped in front of the re-entry. It's Balsamo playing it all the way forward, but to no avail. So goes into the back of the end zone, into the barn. The new student section added for Dick Wacker Stadium, Richard Wacker Stadium, I should say. Kowalczyk's pass. Going towards Foti. Kept in bounds by Foti. Here come the props. Into the semicircle. Mia Foti fighting, powering. No foul called. Mzizi made an impressive stoppage right there. Now here comes Ronning. Excellently done by Kanyal Mzizi. And now here come Lynchburg. They have a 3-on-2. Towards the 20. Now in the box, a shot. Save by Morton. A save again by Morton. Slipped away. Now it's with the props. Tess Herman tries to find a way out. And it's going to be brought in by Alexa Ronning, and she slaps it away. But that was very impressive stuff right there from the goalkeeper, Ella Morton, who has done very well in this game, picking up saves 4 and 5. Under 40 seconds remaining. Kaylee Wenzel trying to beat it out. Will she be able to pick it up? No, she will not, as that just travels out of bounds, out of the reach of Kaylee Wenzel. But now 30 seconds remaining. Is there enough time for one more goal? It starts with Lynchburg in their half. A pass forward. Intercepted by Abbott. Abbott trying to play it forward towards Ronning. It's Prof's ball. Now 13 seconds. Alexa Ronning Pressured by Mzizi, trying to find a way through. Props ball again. Now just 5 seconds. They have to make something happen. Alexa Ronning puts it in, and it's going to be out of bounds. So we will go to overtime here as we will take a quick step off. 3-3. Props are tied against the Hornets. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into overtime just to explain everything here. After this 5-minute break, we'll play the first of a potential 2 overtime periods, 10 minutes each. It's sudden victory. If there's no winner after the 2 overtime periods, then we'll go to a 8-second shootout. So this will be 7v7. 7v7 for sudden victory.
Welcome back to this presentation of Rowan Athletics Field Hockey. It's your Props taking on the Lynchburg Hornets, and we are in overtime. So we'll play one of 2 periods right here, but it is golden goal and 7v7. So if no one scores here, we'll go to a second period of 10 minutes, and then if no one scores after 20 minutes of overtime field hockey action, we will go to a penalty shootout. So much like in the NHL, we have whittled the teams down. About four players been moved off. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 outfield players in the goalie for both teams. And so it's Lynchburg's best against Rowan's best. Gracie Merrick bringing it up to Lily Badaloni. Foul. Badaloni taking it down this right side. Puts the ball in towards the middle. But it's going to stay with the props. So that was off the leg of Mzizi. So now taking it from the top is Aurelia McManus. She's going to play to Merrick, actually. Merrick at the 9-yard line takes the free possession following the foul. Merrick brings it inside, dribbling through, has a shot that goes across the face of goal. Stays in, though. It's Alexa Ronning. Tries to make a defender miss. But here come the Hornets. 3-on-2. Now 3-on-1. It's just Abbott McManus remaining. The pass goes straight to McManus. McManus is able to work the props out of a 3-on-1 counterattack. Badaloni's all by herself. Will this be the chance? Badaloni inside the semicircle. Against Scoons. Scoons dives, saves, bats it away. Now it's with Merrick. Merrick shoots it, stopped. Oh my goodness. Penalty corner. Shy Scoons standing on her head to prevent Rowan from winning the game right there. It is going to be a penalty corner. But my, oh my, how close was that? And both these goalies have absolutely worked their tail off in this one. But on the insert, it's going to be Merrick. 4 up top for the props. 3 and the goalie in between the pipes for the Hornets. The insert to Herman. Brings it inside the semicircle. Herman fires. It's in! Gracie Merrick wins it for the Profs. Jubilation here at Richard Wacker Stadium, and the Profs win against number 20 Lynchburg. The stadium has erupted as the Profs bring this one home just 2 minutes and 3 seconds into overtime. So the Profs extend their win streak to 4, and they collect their 3rd ranked win of the year, beating their total from last year by 1, and we are only 11 games into the season. So the Profs improve to 8-3 on the year. Lynchburg drops to 7-3 on the year. And it was an impressive performance all throughout. Gracie Merrick had an impressive game in this one, and she caps it off with a goal to end it. So your Profs win in this one 4-3, and they will travel to Stockton. Actually, they will stay home against Stockton. That's the tailgate at the turf on Wednesday. After that game is Ramapo, and then after that is TCNJ to start NJAC play. As for Lynchburg, they will open up ODAC play against Sweetbriar, then number 15 Shenandoah, and then on October 15th they'll play Randolph-Macon. But all those games will be in Virginia. But the Profs have an impressive victory, and they are very, very happy to do so. But that will do it for Profs field hockey coverage here on Rowan Athletics YouTube. I've been Leo West, and enjoy the rest of your day. Go Profs.